In this video, I'm going to show you how you can go from this to this. Those are really cool LED lights that you can mount on the Tesla's door, and you can not only do just the basic colors using your app, like changing the color to whatever you want, you also get patterns. So you can go from different options, you get curtains, you can do all of that. You can also change to different flow settings, the run. There's so much options, and you can customize it, make your car a party car, or just for the ambient light purposes. Like if we wanted to leave it just as a basic into, let's say, a white setting and just have this light illuminate like this, you have that option as well. So really cool lights. This product was sent to us free of charge by Hansho to review in our channel today. Hansho has a lot of Tesla accessories. If you just go through, Model 3 or Y, there's just so much. And they started their Black Friday early this year, so it is already live and it's gonna go through December 1st if you wanted to take advantage of some of these products. And if we were to click through here, as you can see, they say 24%. My code actually gives you 26%. And then they have some heavy clearance item, like a power frunk is only $335 right now, plus you can use my code. So there's just a lot of products that they have. My favorite of their product is this swivel mount. So if you wanted to rotate this mount to passenger side, the driver side, you can go up, you can go down, and it's really handy. So things like that, they have a lot of products on their website. This is the product that we are reviewing here today. You can select the Highland, Juniper, the older, the newer Teslas, hit add to cart. I'm going to show you how this price goes from 99 to I think 74 if we were to put our discount code. So let's put SHIVATESLA. So hit apply, and as you see, it goes to 74. So you get 26% off with my discount code right now during the sale event. I'll let you be the judge if this is worth it for you or not, but this is an affiliate code. We earn a very small commission at no additional cost to you, which greatly helps us bring videos like this in the future. So this is what you get with the packaging. Of course, there is the light. First of all, there are the LED strips, super simple. We are used to seeing this type of strips where there is one end and then the other end just goes on the door panel. There are two of these on each, so total of 4 doors that you get, all 4 doors, and then you get the controller and the wiring and everything. And depending on what car model you got, so if you have the newer Tesla like the Highland and Juniper, you can use the rear OBD for power, so it is a cleaner look. And then this one controller has everything. If you look at it here, there's 4 different output from the same controller, so each of them power each of this LED strip. Then there is this power plug that plugs into directly to the controller, and that powers everything. Now they also send us a switch, so I'm not sure how this is gonna work. We're gonna give it a try, but basically it says it is some kind of a switch, so I'm assuming you have to kind of press on it to activate it and things like that, but we don't know yet because I haven't tested this. And then they send you electrical tape for any type of fishing job that you may need to do, and then they send you a little pry tool so that you can prop open the side, the panel, so that you can put this in. It should be super simple. I think we're gonna be able to go through the weather stripping, but let's go ahead and give this a try. So let's start with the power and the control unit. If you have a newer car like a Highland or a Juniper, you're gonna tap it on the back here. If you have an older car, you're gonna go to the armrest area there because you're gonna use the 12-volt adapter, so you don't have to tap into the back here. So that's how they have it powered now. Now for Juniper or Highland, you just have to go here. There is this little area where there is a gap, and then you essentially just pull on this gap here. And when you do that, if you look at it here, it starts popping out. So your job is to just go around and do that on all sides, like pull this down slightly from both sides, and this will just pop out. So if you look at it here, this just pops out like that, and then the OBD plug is going to be way down there. So let me show you how you can plug that and do a bypass. So the plug we are after is right there. That's how we're gonna get the power, and it is a super simple step to bypass this. You could completely remove this if you want, or you can just leave it like this so that you don't have to completely remove it. And you saw that the pins that are holding here together. So now we need to grab that plug. So for this plug, you just have to pinch here in the very middle, and while holding that down, the middle pin down, you can pull this out, and then if you look at it, it comes out super easily. Then you grab the new harness that was sent, and what you do is just plug this in. So the female goes there, and then now you take the male end of the new harness and simply plug it into this area here. So you just align this male to female and push it in, and there you go. So now we got a bypass done. We have this whole circuit. Now we just need to route this cable outside of this place here. So to do that, you can just hide the cable at the edge so it can come out from the side, because we need to route it to both sides, but the other end is just this. Now we got the power. The harness is all good. This is, here you go. We have the power here. We can just push this back in exactly like how it came out. I'm doing this with one hand, but basically you align this and then simply push it back up. So now we have the power out here, and we gotta actually wire this switch. I don't know what it does, but again, we're just going to wire this switch, and then the other end of this goes and plugs into this control unit here. So simply plug it in. This is your app that you can scan to download the app. And if you look at it in this controller, there are two different sides. There's two wires going one way, the other two wires going the other way. And what this is we essentially need to route this wire through underneath the seat to one side, two of them, and then the other two to this side, because each of these are gonna power the doors on each side. So that's pretty simple here now. It's just a wire routing job at this point. So you just have to route this down there. Now the two leads here, you need to route it to each side. What you can do is go underneath this seat bracket here, and as you see, you can pass this through. It is just a wire routing job at this point. You can pass this from underneath there. If you look at it here, it comes out, both of them. Then you take this, pass it from there as well, so that we can take it out right here, and then we're gonna be able to power the strips. Now, before we actually route this and everything, I want to do a quick testing. So I have the two leads from this controller here that is coming out, and I'm simply going to take my LEDs, the strip, the two of them, and basically plug it in to see if I get any sort of power. And there you go. One of them has power there, and then the other one has power there as well. So both of these are lit up. So we are in business. This is working. So this switch looks like it is a partition induction switch, which is usually you can hide it and then it should sense it from the top. But I'm not able to see anything with this. Even when you mount it, like I could wave it from the top and nothing. It does nothing to the LED. So I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna talk to Hansho on what this is, even if they meant it or not, because it is not in their install guide. But yeah, we'll see if this works. So after you route this cable from the bottom, this is going to be our routing point for the front one. So right here, we plug it in and it is working, as you can see. So we're gonna be hiding this cable down there. So we're gonna figure that out here in just a second. But right here on the edge, you could actually prop this out just gently, and you're able to completely hide this through there. So you just have to be patient a little bit, and then once that props open, as you see, you are able to hide this. So if you look at it here, you are able to completely hide this there by just propping this and using a pry tool. It just takes some patience. So you're gonna hide this, just prop it just a little bit. The idea is you still wanna show the top portion of the LED out, right? Like you cannot completely hide this, because then you are gonna be hiding the whole thing. You wanna show just this edge portion here so that the light is visible. So this is what you need to do. Just slightly, you still need to be able to show the LED, and basically that's what you're doing. Now you're just gonna go all around and then do this on the entire door panel. So the goal is to simply keep sliding this, and if you need to prop it open, you can use the pry tool they sent, but again, you need to leave a little bit of edge. So all the LED that is lit up, you want to be visible, not completely hide it. So you just have to be a little bit careful, but as you see, it is not a difficult thing. It is a bit tedious, and you just keep routing this all throughout. And you don't want this to be hidden again. That needs to be exposed. It is a bit of a tedious process, and the best way I found this works is if you put your pry tool here and then slide this as you pry this out. So if you look at it here, I'm just basically sliding it as I'm prying it out. And even with that, it kind of goes inside, so you still have to pry this out and then try to adjust it so it doesn't go so much inside. So you have to pry it and then continuously adjust it. So just give yourself some time, and if you look at it here, like it kind of comes out when you do that. So it is going to be a bit tedious. It is going to test your patience when you're doing this, because you have to just get this just right so that it does show on the edge, and see, it hides. So now I have to take it out, and then I have to go through it again. So just keep that in mind. It's going to be a little bit of a trial and error process. So after a while, I finally got this, but still it is not perfect. There's still areas where I need to take this out, but looks really cool as like an integrated light. But if you look at it here, I still have to prop this out to bring this in on some of the side that you can see that it is visible, but it's tricky to get this to just stick out. I think they missed out. They should have made this a lot thicker so that it would just stay here on the edge, not as thin, because now with this thin, like it just wants to go back to there, like it just wants to hide it, because that is the normal, like a nice position where it can go. So you can install it, and then you can pop this out just a little bit, and you have to keep doing that. So it is a little tedious, but I think you'll like the results. We're going to show you what this looks like at night, but essentially that's what you need to do on all 4 doors. So similarly for the rear, you can bring all of that wire through there, and then for Juniper and Highland, you can route it through right here on the cutout, and then take it through the back of the seat, and then hide all of that, and then you can bring it from right here. So you could do that so that the wires are hidden. For the older Teslas, you may have even a cutout on the back here, but for the newer Tesla, there is no cutout in the back, so you have to hide it that way. Now we're gonna make a connection right here. So next, you're gonna wanna bring this and connect this, because it will help you install this a little bit faster, because the light is gonna be all lit up. So we're good. We're gonna deal with this wire here in just a second. You just have to hide it here, and it doesn't matter if you go from bottom to top or top to bottom. Your job is basically just to lift this and then slide this inside the LED strip inside here. So you just have to keep doing that all throughout. And now we're gonna make our way all the way just doing this. Another thing that I found, a tip, is to just go ahead and install this throughout. Don't worry about if it is sticking out or not. And then you can go in with the pry tool and try to remove it. Now, one thing you can do to help with this process is you can hold the light strip like this, and then take your pry tool, go underneath, and basically just actively push this in while you are running the pry tool. So yes, it is going to go inside a little bit. Don't worry about that, because we can always lift that in a little bit. But that's what I would do, is first insert this and take it all throughout. Now, once you have it all installed, this is gonna become a much easier for you to then go ahead and lift this a little bit and then try to pull this out. If you look at it here, it becomes a lot easier. Try to pull it after the fact, then try to perfect this on the first go round, because that might give you some trouble, because if you try to put this out and then try to put this in, this is going to then just yank out. So this is going to test your patience a little bit, but it is not hard. It's just a little bit of a tedious task to do, and once you figure this out, it's gonna go a lot faster. So I would recommend you actually go ahead and install this. Don't worry about exposing this yet, and then go ahead and then pull it out. So eventually it will align. It is just going to be a little bit of a patience where you have to lift it and then pull this out as much as you need to, so that you can show the edge. On the corners, it might be a little bit hard because there is usually a bigger dip in there. So pulling this out might be a little bit of a trouble. So again, as I said, this is going to test your patience quite a bit. You can lift this and then try to bring this out like this, and then you'll be able to see that there as well. So just from a glance, it looks really cool. It looks like it is built in there. So we'll see how it looks like at nighttime. So we're done with this install, and as you can see, the light looks really cool. It looks very integrated. It looks like an extension to the existing Tesla's light that you see the strip around, and now you just have some extra. And if we look closely here, my camera is not doing a very good justice. This is so much cooler than, you know, just not having anything there. It looks like one of those desk one, the backlit desk one that we put on our desk, because it kind of reflects there and it shows really cool. And so that's what it looks like from just the initial glance. As you can see on the other side too, it is very visible. We can do a little bit of management there to show more light, but you can see it is very visible even from here. So looks really cool. Now let's play with the app setting to show you what is possible here. Those cool puddle light, the launch editions, are also from Hancho. I'm going to put a link down below, but let's go through the app. So I feel like it has kind of a sensor here, because if I go close to the car, like it lights up. I don't know where it is sensing it, which is crazy, but I feel like it senses it somehow. So even if it's turned off, I just walk to it and then it turns on. Maybe it is that little switch that has a sensor somehow. All right, let's talk about the app and how you can do the control here. The app is called Magic Lantern, and it is your typical Chinese LED app that you can download. You can scan the QR code there, and you just have to connect it with the Bluetooth. And once you connect it, it's going to show up here. Now we can go through and then set any color. So the preset colors, you can go through purple, CCT, that you can go through all of these options here. It's all preset options. As you see, it changes the color based on whatever option you go through. There is blue, there's all of this, and if the light does shut off, you just have to walk to it a little bit. There you go. It detects some kind of a motion, and it turns on again. So that's what you can get. This is just from the preset here. You can go and dial this to change different colors, and it's super cool that you are able to see that. Now you can go to styles. Now this is autoplay. That's what you get. Now if we were to change this to magic forward, you can see the cool, the rainbow effect. That's the backward. You can see the light kind of running back. There's color energy there. That's what you get with the color energy. Color jump. Again, I just have to move a little bit. There you go. So that's your color jump. RGB jump. You can see it flashes. There's the YCP. There's a color strobe there. RGB strobe. Another strobe, 7 color. It's a gradually, it is kind of going on with there. There's another one. You can do red. That's the one that kind of goes around like a little pattern there. Green, the same thing, but it does the green pattern. Yellow, purple. You can see like you can go on, and there's so many, like 47 that are just the styles that you can go through. So there's autoplay. That is the rainbow effect that you can see. It's really cool. You can also change the speed of how fast this goes by just selecting that. Now you can also do music. So there's a bunch of musics here that you can have it play, and it will sync with the music option that you have there. And then this is the mic option. So depending on what you are talking in there, like it is just going to affect that. So if I stop talking, it is going to slow down, and then if I start talking again, it's going to be faster. So that's what you get. It's really cool. Then you can also schedule it, so you can repeat Monday, Tuesday, whatever it is. I don't think you want to do that, because you want to be there when you open the door, not all the time. So that's what you get. Again, kind of have to get closer for the sensor to activate it, and then the light comes through, which is really cool that you can see. And you can fully use the app here. You can go to curtains, transformation, there's water flow, there's tail, there's run back. Look at that. There's just so much options that you get. Wow. You can really turn this into a party. So you might be the cool people in the block with the Tesla. If you want to turn this in, look at that. That's awesome. Wow, you can do so much with this light, the setting. I really like the app control here. So that's pretty much it. So this is what it looks like from inside. As you can see, it looks very much integrated with the system here, with the car, and you can see the light flow and everything. So this is on the front here. And of course you got the top light that is Tesla native for the Highland and Juniper, and you can see this. Look at that, the reflection and everything looks really cool. Of course my camera has a little bit of a flare because of the light, but you can see the color changing. You know, it kind of matches with the one that you got on the side here, and then it just generally looks super cool with all of this light here. So what do you all think about this light? Would you get it for your Tesla? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This is applicable for all Teslas, so older Teslas, newer Teslas. If you got the older ones, you plug it into the armrest area where you plug in the cigarette lighter port. For the newer Tesla, you plug it into back OBD port. And as you see that, you can change a lot of colors. It could be really fun, and you know, if you're into modifying your car, that might be a good product. For me personally, I think they should have gone with a thicker LED size, like the ones that we showed you for the trunk and front, where it is thicker, so it is easier to install and it just stands out just a little bit. But at the same time, it is really easy to install, and I think that would have made a bigger difference for this light. But other than that, you know, it is what it is. We showed you how to do the installation. It could be a little bit tedious to install, as you saw earlier, but overall it is a really great product. And you know, as I said, if you are into customizing your car, this gives you a lot of customizations and it looks really cool, especially at night time. When you look at the corner and everything here, it gives you that matching kind of a functionality that you get with the light strip that is on Tesla from factory for the Highland and Juniper. But I'm always interested in knowing your feedback. Please let me know your thoughts, your likes, your dislikes, any other features they should have with this that would be a deal breaker for you. Please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and come back again soon.